Every winter, South Florida is a hotbed of action for the teams, drivers, and families of the USF Pro Championships, and this is where they come through the months of December, January, and early February to do all of their off-season testing. They head to tracks like Sebring International Raceway and here at Homestead-Miami Speedway as well, getting things dialed in for a brand new season. This year in 2026, a lot more importance on this track here at Homestead. It's actually the start of the USF Juniors schedule for 2026. Not usually do we start here at spring training. Normally it's just testing before the season starts. This year, though, much different. A lot more on the line for the drivers from USF Juniors. Hello, friends. My name is Rob Howden. Great to be here trackside on the grid right now. Drivers will be released onto the grid here momentarily as we are just moments away to get things underway for race number 2 of the event. A triple header here, of course. We're back with a full track walk, grid walk this afternoon for race number 3. A busy day. Qualifying, of course, going into the books for race number 2 earlier today. 2 more races still on the docket. A warm day here right now, 78 degrees trackside. We are seeing some clouds start to come in. That could play a role a little bit here, as we know that this track tough on tires. Some drivers with brand new Continentals, others potentially changing different tires. Strategy there will be both on the track and off the track as well. Let's have a look at the race results from yesterday as the first round of USF Juniors went into the books yesterday afternoon. Driver starting on the pole position was Max Mokaram. Great job for that driver for Zanella Racing. Able to start on the pole, then held back a number of drivers that pushed him throughout that race. Karol Paszewicz from Olivia Racing put a lot of pressure on as well, as did Kasper Nissen. He was up there in the battle, but a penalty for blocking moved Nissen down the order. That moved Vilo Autola, the driver for D-Force Racing, up into the final podium position in third. So Mokaram, Paszewicz, and Autola, the podium finishers for the first round of the season. Olivier Marac, the driver from Canada, hasn't even been announced yet officially, but the Zanella Racing driver coming home in fourth. And after a great run from 18th, the tail of the field, after an issue early, a flat tire, the yellow flag late allowed Bex Cranston for Exclusive Autosport to power his way back up to P5. He was right there with his teammate Brendan Cooley as well in the number 92. Kasper Nissen, I talked about the blocking penalty that he got, dropped him off the podium. A 5-second penalty dropped him down into 7th. Leonardo Saravalli, the young driver from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, fought his way forward from 14th plus 6 to get his way up to 8th. His teammate Victor Couto, an issue early in the race, was running 3rd, but an issue for Couto with electrical dropped him to the back, luckily able to work his way back up to 9th. And Max Cuthbert, the driver out of England for J. Howard Driver Development, rounding out the top 10. Other drivers just outside the top 10 doing a great job. John Main started 15th. He worked up to 11th. Connor Aspley started back in 18th. He was able to come over in the last couple of laps, fought his way forward to 12th. And the same goes for Jared Ozelka. Started 16th, up 3 spots to 13th. Field behind me now getting ready to roll. Jonah, let's work our way down here to get to the front of the grid here right now as all the drivers 21 strong getting ready to go. Again, we'll do a full grid walk this afternoon, get a chance to talk to a bunch of the drivers up front. But the drivers have worked their way out here for race number 2 in warm conditions here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Driver on the pole position right there, Ivan Machado from Spain. Skip Barber, Formula Car Series champion from last year. Let's get a chance to take this opportunity to talk to Yannick Roland, though, because one of the big off-season moves and really good big news was a strategic alliance between VRD Racing, of course, a former USF Juniors champion. They've won a lot of races in the program, and Pole Position Motorsports. Yannick, this is big for you guys, a single-car effort last year, but a strategic alliance with VRD really lines you guys up to do some big things in the future.
Yes, I'm bringing my one-car team experience to VRD, let's say. Now, it's been very good partnering with VRD with their strong, technical and experience, multi-team championship. So it's been very good so far. We are blending well. We have a very fast car, very good driver in Ivan. So it's been an amazing start so far.
I think one of the key things for you guys is you're based down here in South Florida. You're very interconnected with the karting world down here as well. So, you know a lot of young drivers coming into the program. I know before you even came into the series officially, you were testing a ton of drivers here down here at Homestead. I have to think that VRD is saying, hey, you know what, this could be a good opportunity for us to bring some new drivers in through Yannick.
Yes, for sure, because, I've been in the karting industry. We've been a Parolin racing team for so long. We bring constantly new go-karter to testing, and being in Miami, we can test all year long, with the Yakaman program here in Homestead. So it's great to bring new drivers, and it's great for the VRD Academy because you are basically feeding drivers to the VRD Academy to then, move up to their 2000 and pro ladders. So it's been good.
You've got Yvonne in the car right now. You'd work with a lot of drivers who are 12, 13, 14 years of age. Yvonne's 24. What's it like working with a guy with a little more experience?
It's been very good because then you don't need to do all the small, steps and basics. So we're just like big picture with him. And I think he has a good future because he's very good so far.
I know some of the behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't want to throw it out here yet. You're a one-car team here this weekend. By the time we get to Mosport Canadian Tire Motorsports Park in May, there could be a couple more drivers under the VRD by pole position motorsports banner?
Yes, we do. Some are a bit secret, so I'm not going to say anything. But there's a good news for all the competitors out there is that we have a fast car and we have more cars available. So if anybody wants to join our program, we have a few more cars available. But yes, towards the end of the season, we're going to have some more cars on the grid and some very fast driver.
Yannick, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. You're talking to a driver here right now. Indeed, the field set up here, guys. You can see everybody getting ready to roll. A number of racers have worked their way up the order in qualifying. It was interesting to see how things kind of played out in qualifying today. And again, as always, it's so crucial here at this racetrack. Anytime you're at Homestead-Miami Speedway, the draft plays such a role. And I think one of the key components this weekend is kind of the different layout that we've decided to run. The Academy Winter Series did this last year where they don't run the essentially last couple of corners coming through to the start finish line. They actually we are this weekend NASCAR turn 3 and 4, and that is a massive difference in terms of the race itself, the strategy that you will play, because essentially coming out of turn 8, the left-hand hairpin coming out of the infield here at Homestead, you're full throttle all the way out of turn number 8, all the way through NASCAR 3 and 4, all the way back down into turn number 1. So an unbelievably difficult approach to these drivers. They have to think about strategy. They have to think about the draft, the slingshot coming to the line. Would not be surprised if we get a big group up front to see a 3, 4, 5 wide photo finish here in race number 2. Again, the drivers have had a chance to get their first race in the books, and there's 17 rookies in the program here this year. So remember that yesterday's race was the first USF Juniors event for those 17 drivers. They learned a ton yesterday, and that's what they're going to try to put, of course, into play here today. There is the number 25, the single car from Olivia Racing, the top Carter internationally, Karel Pashevitz. Very impressive yesterday, coming home to a second-place finish. He'll look for the win here today, but he's going to be starting a little bit deeper in the field. So these drivers are going to work their way up, no doubt about it. We will have the grid for you when I get back to the booth down here on the grid area right now. But again, just moments away from the call to fire up these engines, all of these elite engines. The drivers, of course, Continental Tires, Tatis, JR23 race cars. And it is time to get things underway. Folks, we're almost ready to go here. I believe the call to fire engines will be coming down from race control to get things underway. There's the number 23 of Olivier Marac there for Zanella Racing, top Canadian kart racer. And again, this field getting ready to get back at it once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about set to go, just about a minute away before they fire the engine here to get things underway for race number 2 of the triple header here for USF Juniors, all starting what is a 16-race series that will capitalize on all these drivers' experiences. We'll wrap things up at Road America a long way from now. That is September. Will be the championship finale. Otherwise, drivers getting set to go. I'm going to head back to the booth. Don't go anywhere. These engines are going to be firing momentarily. Well, there you have it, folks. Back in the booth now here for a quick jaunt over from pit lane. Drivers are leaving the grid to get things underway. Let's have a look at the lineup for the drivers set to go. 21 strong, and it will be John Main starting on the tail of the field. A solid 11th place finish yesterday for John. He's got work to do in that number 9 for Jay Howard Driver Development. Up to row number 10, it's Pipe Chaparro for D-Force Racing and Alex Berg for Berg Racing. Berg in the 68, Chaparro in the number 20. Row 9, Maddie Colleran in the Zanella Racing number 29. Her teammate Leonardo Saravalli, who had a good run yesterday, up into the top 10 as well. Saravalli was 8th in race number 1, but he's going to have to start back at 17th. You'll see he's got the car, I believe, that has the same scholarship colors as you would see on the scholarship winners. That is actually Leonardo Scorpione's USF 2000 car, which they converted into juniors trim overnight. Issues for Saravalli's machine. They decided to go to a brand new car to figure things out there. Moving up a row, it's all exclusive Autosport on row number 8. Both these drivers finishing 5th and 6th respectively yesterday. Bex Cranston in the number 90 and Brendan Cooley in the 92. Deeper start to the field, but as we know, work to be done. These guys can get forward. Cranston turned the fastest lap yesterday, so the speed is there. Cranston can work his way back forward. Row 7 will have Aaron Nirola for Jay Howard Driver Development, the rookie in the number 7, alongside Cole Medeiros in the exclusive Autosport number 97. Medeiros had the fastest race lap for a vast majority of the race yesterday, only pipped by his teammate Cranston on the final circuit. Row 12, Jared Ozelka in the number 21 for Zanella Racing on the outside. Connor Aspley on the inside in the 91 for exclusive Autosport. Into the top 10 right now as the drivers get onto the back straightaway. Max Cuthbert and Grant Mitchell on row number 5. Elias Vignola and Olivier Marac on row number 4. Karel Pashevich in the number 25 machine, starting 6th alongside Victor Couto. Row 2 will be Maximo Karam on the inside, yesterday's winner, and Casper Nissen starting in 4th. 21 drivers in the field, 2 on the front row. Off pole, Vilo Aaltola out of Turku, Finland for D-Force Racing. And it's the VRD by Pole Position Motorsports, number 10, for Ivan Machado running there as the pole sitter. He will set the pace as they get ready to roll here. Field set, 21 strong as we get set to go racing. 20 laps of competition. Let's see how good we go. One driver having some trouble popping out. Field set. I think we got a green flag now. Green, green, green. 2, 3 wide coming into the corner. Just getting through turn number 1 so super crucial. That's where we had a lot of the issues yesterday. Drivers coming through here. Turn 1, 2, and then over to 3. You'll see the shot here. A lot of drivers dropping wheels on the exit there, well out onto the curbing, and then dropping the right side tires off there. A lot of dust up yesterday. Oh, watch that front wing there, Pashevich. You do not want to get caught up there. Bang a front wing off, you're going to the pit lane. The track especially, man, no front wing trying to go through turns 3 and 4. The NASCAR track, not a chance. Pashevich to the inside. He'll get by the number 6 of Casper Nissen. Machado out to the early lead right now in the VRD by Pole Position Motorsports car, getting that quick jump from the pole. Aaltola sliding into second. Move to the inside for Nissen. He's getting challenged as well from behind. That's the number 88 of Victor Couto. The Zanella drivers putting the pressure on Nissen. Good start as well for Elias Vignola, one of the D-Force drivers, right up there in the fight. And this is going to give you the first look at the draft. And these guys buzzing through what is a very quick part of this racetrack. How about 3 wide? Oh, boy. Jay Howard driver to the bottom. The 2 Zanella cars. Vignola looking to battle and potentially stick his nose on the inside there. He does it. Across the line. We'll get that first lap in the books for you. Maybe 4 wide across the line. Oh, here it is. 4 wide to the inside. Someone's got to give it up. And that was the 2 drivers on the inside, wisely checked up a little bit. The inside and the outside driver able to roll the center. Dive that car into the corners. Big side-by-side racing. Nissen going at it here with Victor Couto. Couto will dive to the bottom of turn 5. Oh, look at Nissen holding the outside, though. You got to get a good run at a turn 4. 5's the left-hander. Long run down. 6 will be the right-hand hairpin at the end of the straightaway. Good stuff so far. Machado, Aaltola, Mokaram out to the early lead. Pashevich there as well. Karel Pashevich looking to try to get back on the podium. He is closing back up here. Big move to the bottom of the racetrack. Nissen. Couto there still. Here's a move to the inside for the 91 of Connor Aspley. Driver's gone off, all the way off in turn number 8. Trying to figure out who that is. That is the 92. Trouble there for Brendan Cooley. Had some trouble braking there. Number of drivers struggled a little bit with the brakes into turn number 8, and Cooley's gone off the back of the racetrack. Got to get back up and keep digging. Hope for a yellow to get yourself back into the fight. Aspley going to the bottom of the racetrack now. Look at this battle we're seeing. Connor Aspley going to try to go to the inside now. 2 by 2 into 1. Dive to the bottom of the racetrack there. Got to watch out. Be clean through. Aspley's got a good move to the inside. He's going to get to the inside of the 23 of Marak. But can he hold it through? Oh, that's close. Oh, my goodness. I'm always wondering whether or not you're going to see left front to right rear contact there. Last time by, here's your top 10. Perez, Mokaram, Autala, Pashevich in 4th, Vignola in 5th, Nissen, Cuthbert, Kuto, Marak, Aspley. Cole Medeiros up into 11th. Driver making a move to the inside as well. That's going to be one of the exclusive cars looking to try to find a way to the inside of the 88 of Victor Kuto. That's the battle we're seeing between, I believe, Kuto and now Connor Aspley in the 91. He's up on the wheel. Second-year driver Connor Aspley, you could see he really came on midway through his freshman year last season in USF Juniors. With that full season under the belt, a little bit more experience. Didn't have the deep karting resume that so many of the young drivers coming into USF Juniors have. Aspley now going to the top side of the racetrack. He's going to have his teammate right behind him, Cole Medeiros, and Bex Cranston's rolled up there as well. Another driver dropping a wheel there over in turn number 2, the entry to 2 through 3. That's Sarah Valley in that white, red, and blue car. Those are the scholarship colors that you'll see on the drivers who are moving up the order. Leonardo Scorpioni will drive that car at St. Petersburg. And then you'll see, of course, Jack Jeffers racing that in USF Pro 2000. Max Garcia with the colors in Indy next from their USF 2000, USF Pro 2000 championships respectively. There's a wing to the right side of the racetrack. So someone on track has lost that wing, and I talked about the fact that that's going to put you back. Kind of looking to see if anybody's coming into pit lane here to get a wing change. That's a possibility. The driver has lost a wing. It's the 23, Olivier Marak, battling it out with his teammate, the 21 of Oselka. They currently run, I believe, 14th and 15th. Shot there of Alex Berg working his way forward here. Berg up into the 14th spot. It's been a really rough weekend. Looking for a bounce back here for Berg. We'll get to him a little later. Look at this stuff here right now. Wow, that is again Oselka battling with his teammate Marak, and right there as well as the 20th, Pipe Chaparro. Chaparro, the driver to Bogota, Colombia. Right there with the two Zanella racers. Machado, I think, potentially has dropped down. Let me pick that back up. I had a quick look. Screen changed on me. I was looking down at my laptop. See if he's still Machado, still into the lead. We're watching another battle come through here. Oh, driver's gone off. Again, I look down, look back up, and all of a sudden the driver's off the racetrack. That's the 91 of Connor Aspley. Might have been some contact there in the middle of that corner. Aspley now on defensive, trying to hold off that next group that's closed up on him. That's Marak. Cranston's right there as well. Trouble there for Aspley, who was up into the 8th position. Side-by-side action here. This, I think, is for the lead. No, that's a little further back. Sorry. Or is that? Yeah, that is the lead. But what? Oh, that's Brendan Cooley in there. So Brendan Cooley, a lap back after he going off the racetrack, is fighting for his life right now, similar to what Ivan Machado did yesterday. Yvonne went down a lap, had to get a wing changed. after the restart was scrapping it out, trying to hold his spot. So now Machado finds himself on the other end of that as he's trying to find a way by Brendan Cooley. Cooley fighting everything he could to see if he can't get back by the 46 of Mulcairn. The Zanella driver who started in third, back to the front, trying to go back-to-back. Cooley to the bottom of the racetrack. Machado right with him. Cooley staying low. He's trying to hold off Machado. And as I said yesterday, this was Machado holding off Cooley. Cooley was trying to go to the top 10. This time Cooley returning the favor. I said this yesterday when Machado did not want to give up when he was a lap back. He was right there battling with guys trying to fight their way onto the top 5. That he wasn't making any friends. Cooley's trying to force him back now. He's right down to the bottom of the racetrack here. Cooley's going to give him a little bit of room. Pashevich goes to the top of the Olivia machine. Tough day for Cooley here. He'll have to bounce back in race number 3 this afternoon. Again, a full track walk. We'll be able to, ideally with the time limit, talk to probably the drivers in the top 5 or so, get a chance to chat with some of them as we come through the field. Cooley continues to try to find a way by Machado. Pashevich in the Olivia machine trying to get by as well. This has allowed Mulcairn to get some room. Casper Nissen now up into 4th. Altala 5th. Vignola 6th. Couto, Saravalli, Maracan, Cranston. Oh, Cooley's going to go back down the inside here. Right at it. Yeah, Cooley, I think, remembering what happened yesterday when he was not at all happy with Machado. And he's trying to do exactly the same thing. This time he goes to the outside. Nissen is going to get through. Pashevich is going to get through. Nissen to the inside of Pashevich as well. So Machado goes back into 2nd. Nissen up to 3rd. Pashevich in 4th. Connor Aspley losing a lap as well. That's the battle right there for the final spot on the podium. That's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 19th. Cooley, a lap back. Oh, look at Casper Nissen going to the outside of Machado. Cooley still fighting for the position as well. Cooley trying to get back around Pashevich. Nissen throwing everything at Machado, and the benefactor here is Max Mulcairn. No doubt about that. Mulcairn comfortably out here. Didn't get a chance to shout out all of you, those of you watching here on the USF Pro Championship YouTube channel. Jumping on there real quick. Someone asking what happened to Alex Berg. In this particular race, Berg now back into the 18th spot. Last driver on the lead lap right now, but it has been a trying couple of days so far for Berg Racing. A minor miscue on the racetrack. They say major miscue to a certain extent based on the results. Alex ended up barrel rolling the car out of turn number 7 after contact having gone off the racetrack. Barrel rolled it, knocked all 4 corners off the car, the rear wing. Team worked all night to get the car back together to get him out for qualifying yesterday morning, only to be taken out on the first, I think, opening lap or second lap of the race where a driver spun beside him, came back across the track and tagged him in the right rear, sending him off track. So Berg may just be trying to get a race in here now. He worked his way up to 4th at one point, but I would expect that right now, hey, let's just get one race in the books here, try to stay out of trouble a little bit. That's what this team's all about. They're building the notebook. Coming into this program, they have a very successful Ligier JFC F4 program with a number of drivers that will run with them. Alan Berg, the father, also, of course, owns and operates the Alan Berg Racing Schools out at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. This is a new program for them, adding USF juniors. So they come in with a brand new, clean notebook. They just need to get races under their belt, get a feel for what this car needs. And you'll see that team work their way forward throughout the season. Their plan, of course, is to move up and add a couple of cars for next year and continue to grow as an operation here in the USF Pro Championships. Not even to the halfway point of this one yet. Mulcairn leading by 0.6 of a second. More than happy to watch the drivers behind him battle. And you can see what a victory does to a young driver. The confidence, the momentum. for a driver like Max Mokaram. Qualified on the pole for race 1, was able to hold off Pashevich and Nissen to come away with the win in the opening race of the year. Looking to try to go back-to-back right now. That's Saravale there and Cole Madero. So the two young Ontario drivers going at it. Look further back. I think Bex Cranston's coming up here as well. Bex started further back. He started 15th, and he's trying to get himself up here. Mokaram now has his mirrors full of Ivan Machado. Wow, we got ourselves a race. Cooley's still there. Cooley's a lap back in 19th, but a good opportunity for him to run with the lead group here right now. Driver has gone off as well. Big time off there for the number 7 of Aaron Narola. Lost the front wing. You wonder whether or not the wing came off before the incident or during, because had he lost that wing coming into turn 1 and trying to hold that speed, easily the front end will wash out on you and he'll go off track. If it did happen during the off-track maneuver, he's going to have to come to pit lane as well. So Saravale and Medeiros, 9th and 10th right now, as Beck Cranston's moved up into the 8th position. Impressive stuff right now for Bex Cranston. Up into 8th, started all the way back in 15th, so +7 before the halfway point. Ivan Machado, the Spanish driver for VRD Racing, by Pole Position Motorsports on the gearbox of young Max Mokaram. They'll try to run the outside of the racetrack. Mokaram's going to go to the bottom. Doesn't want to give it up. Side by side through 1. Mokaram still with the apex of 2. Nissen. Pashevich. Altilo's right there as well. Couto about a second and a half back, but he's closing because these guys are battling right now for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Lots of dust through 5. Here come their leaders again, back to P6, or turn 6 rather. Someone on the chat on the YouTube channel asking about the relationship between Jay Howard Driver Development and Ed Carpenter Racing, a alliance, if you will, a relationship announced at the Fall Combine. So yeah, those cars, as you can see, exactly the same livery you're going to see out of Alexander Rossi and Christian Rasmussen here in IndyCar in 2026. Same goes for the drivers for the the Cape Motorsports Indy Next cars. So I'll dive a little deeper into that as the season gets underway to learn more about the extent of this program, this partnership. Here's a battle for the lead on the banking here, side by side. Flat out, full pin. Machado again trying to get the better run. He'll beat him to the line, but can he roll the center? Mokaram last time by threw it in deep. I would expect exactly the same. Oh, look at these guys. Machado trying the outside, can't quite get it done. Pashevich has gone by. Karel Pashevich in the Olivia Racing. Number 25 is by. Oh, stack them and pack them. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Less than a second. Into the second half of this one. Perez was scored the leader at the line, but Mokaram, with that inside line, rolled him through. Autola, who finished 3rd yesterday after penalty to Nissen, now P5. Drivers trying to stack up the points. Let's have a quick look at the lap time there for Bex Cranston. Last time by for Cranston, he turned a 24.2, Vignola a 24 flat. So he's back by 4 seconds and would need some more pace because he doesn't have what it takes to close up on Vignola at this point. Out of the draft, lead group, that's a big issue. Vignola about a second behind Couto. Pashevich looking to get at it as well. Machado's gone to the lead. Mokaram looking to the outside. Does he try it this time? Oh, they're almost touching wheels coming across the line. Oh, Cuthbert's going to make it 4 wide across the line. He's in the bottom of the race. Shoots the gap to the inside. Machado goes back to P4. Mokaram back to the lead. And folks, this is the first rung of the USF Pro Championship. This is what this is all about. These young drivers getting it done. Such good racing here. Giving each other just enough room. And I'll tell you, give it up for Casper Nissen sent it to the inside of turn number 1. Comes out P2. Yeah, don't look now. Victor Couto's closing back up as well. 8 to go. Youngest driver in the field, 14 years of age. Number of 14-year-olds. You have to be a hard 14 rather, to be in USF Juniors. You can't be 13 turning 14. You have to be 14 years of age to run in an official USF Juniors event, this being, of course, the opening round of the series. Even if it was spring training and the drivers weren't running in USF Juniors and weren't actually racing, you'd still have to be 14. Any official USF Juniors session, you must be 14 years of age. We've got a cross-section 14 up to 24. Couple of drivers 20 and older. Majority of the drivers, about 60%, between 14 and 16 years of age. Early in their open-wheel careers. From here, of course, they'll graduate up to USF 2000. Machado trying to get by Pashevich. He gets to the inside. Yeah, Ivan Machado looking good. Back into third. Pashevich thinking about the inside. Look at right there as well. Altala filling the mirrors. Couto, I think able to get by. Yeah, he's able to get by Cooley. Trying to see who else that might be there. Might be, I think that might be Vignola there as well. Yeah, if you go a little further back, Elias Vignola in the number 19, sliding by 2, the driver out of Mexico City, Mexico for D-Force Racing. Last year ran in the Mexican F4 NACAM series. Very excited to be part of the program here this weekend. There goes Altala to the inside. Book it. Great pass there for Velo. The Finnish driver making a move to the inside of the pole as Pasevich goes back to P5. They almost have to work together right now. They don't want to let those drivers get away. Ivan Machado trying to get back up into it. Machado was a lap back yesterday, finished down the order. Trying to recover here with a potential podium or a win. Mokaram trying to go back-to-back. Yeah, Pasevich to the outside again. Karol Pasevich diving into the corner. Oh, look at this side-by-side stuff. Oh, that is Nissen trying to go around the outside. He's going to pinch to the bottom. They're going to be side-by-side. No contact there. Yeah, Mokaram didn't want to give it up. He's going to lose at least 3 spots. Maybe 4, maybe 5. There are times when you need to feel where you are, understand what the percentage is to potentially get out of a corner. And at that point, maybe giving a little bit more room might have helped. Mokaram is going to go back quite a bit there as Nissen, super aggressive, made a move to the inside to get the spot. But I believe Perez, I think, is actually the driver, is going to come away with it after the contact. That contact slowing both drivers. So Machado back up front. Oh, I like the diamonding of the corner there for Nissen. Went deep into the corner, got it turned quickly. The quicker you are straight and full back to throttle, the longer you're going to get the run on that full throttle run. Machado had the wheel on it and was probably just feeding it back in. Look at this run to the outside. And we talked about this layout at our team owner meeting last year at Portland, and the team owners were saying, trust me, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch these young juniors race here through 3 and 4 at Homestead if we do indeed run as part of spring training. It's been a great part of this program. This weekend, more about just the USF Juniors racing. It's our content days as well. These guys have been doing their headshots. They've been filming content for social media. Drivers meetings. Mike Shank from Meyer Shank Racing gave a fantastic seminar on navigating the sport on Monday morning. It's been a really information-packed and busy week for all the drivers here in USF Juniors, Pro 2000 and USF 2000. This epic racing right now has made it good. Oh, interlocking the wheels on the outside. That's going to allow Machado to get a bit of a gap here. Ivan Machado, the Spanish driver, hoping to see if he can't let those drivers behind battle. My goodness, look at this stuff. Way around the outside for Pasevich. Does he get enough of a run? You see them lining up here. Victor Couto arriving on the scene. Victor did a solid job yesterday after the issues early, coming home with an 8th place finish, had a mechanical that put him out from 3rd. We went full course yellow because of it. He was able to work his way back up to 8th. This time, though, potentially looking at a podium finish, maybe even a race win. We're not done here yet, although Machado out by 7/10 now. You can see him up the road. Kudo on the outside. Can he make the run around? Autola way out there. No, he's going to go 4 wheels off. It's very attractive to try to leverage the outside, knowing you can potentially run the outside line over him and have the inside for turn number 5. But you just lose so much grip over the rumble strips on the outside of 3 that you can find yourself off the track so easily. Right there for Kudo. Brendan Cooley still right in there. He is a lap back, but he is fighting right now there with the 46 of Maximo Karam. Cooley, I think, trying to prove a point right now. I don't think the team was super happy with Machado running inside the lead group after the final restart. So Cooley taking full advantage of the fact that they were allowed to do it. I'm allowed to do it as well. Here comes his teammate, though, Bex Cranston in the number 90. I think Bex is going to hopefully get a room there. He's going to go to the outside of Cooley. Brendan's going to stay down to the bottom of the racetrack and let his teammate go by. Not surprising. Cranston trying to get himself back up here. 5th in points coming in for Cranston. Just a point behind Olivier Marac. The 7 of Aaron Narola in the pit lane. We saw that he lost a wing. So he's down a lap as well. If he's in a little any longer, that'll at least move Cooley up another spot. Yeah, it looks like a tire issue for them as well. So the Jay Howard driver development team potentially looking to change a tire here for Aaron Narola. There's the 88. Victor Couto, the Brazilianaires machine. 3 to go. 3 laps remain. Machado out front. Pashevich runs in 2nd. Nissen 3rd. Same 2nd and 3rd as yesterday, at least on the racetrack. Nissen, as we said, got a blocking penalty yesterday that dropped him down the order. He ended up finishing a little further down. There's the battle again. Nissen's going to go to the inside. This is actually potentially going to help Vilo Autola. He finished 3rd yesterday after penalties. Machado out by 8/10. Ivan Machado looking to lead here. Watch the drafts go to play. Inching closer comes Kasper Nissen, the Danish driver. Nordic 4 last year. Starting this American Dream run. Getting over here to try to be the next Danish driver to work his way up into IndyCar. Marcus Ericsson helping him out. Big run around the outside. Book it. He'll go to P2. Nice run around the outside. That's what everybody's been trying all week so far, Monday and Tuesday, and here on Wednesday, trying to take that outside run, but not lose the rear of the car. Can Kasper Nissen be the driver to reel him in? 2 laps to go, 1.3 seconds. I think Ivan Machado may have this one just based on the fact that the rest of the field battling behind him. Pashevich, Nissen, still battling. Nissen's going to go to the bottom of the racetrack. Watch for Autola. He's going to try to run that full race line. Nissen starting at the bottom. Again, he had that penalty yesterday for blocking, so doing what he has to do here. Couto up into it. Outside of the top 5, Mokaram runs 6th, Vignola 7th, Cranston 8th, Medeiros 9th, and Saravalli 10th. We're going to have a battle for 2nd because it'll be the first win for VRD Racing and by Pole Position Motorsports if these guys don't shake things up. Vilo Autola trying to get back on the podium. White flag flying this time by. There you have it from start finish. Final lap. Pashevich to the outside. Look at him leaning on the right side. Continentals trying to get it to stick. Autola pushing. Victor Couto looking to get another spot here as well. Ivan Machado, last year's Skip Barber Formula Race Series champion, is out to a nice 2-second lead. He'll take it to try to grab his first win. But these guys aren't done. Nissen to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll stay to the bottom coming into turn 6. Do we see an over-under here from Pasiewicz? Can't quite do it. Oh, but he's going to go around the outside of 7. It's going to give him the inside of turn number 8. We're going to go 2 by 2. Second and third, fourth and fifth. Autola, is he sending it down the bottom? Nissen's going to try to run the outside. Pasiewicz to the inside, book it. He's through. Karel Pasiewicz through for Olivia Racing to take second. But here comes the drag race to the line. It won't be for the race win. Ivan Machado has this thing locked and loaded up front. But wait for a drag race here. Does Nissen have it for him? Machado looking very good out front all by himself. Here's Machado. He'll take the victory. Ivan Machado with the win, but here comes the run to second, third, fourth, and fifth. Pasiewicz is going to get it. What a race! What a race. Checker flag flying. VRD Racing by Pole Position Motorsports gets their first win as a strategic alliance. Ivan Machado, the Spaniard, winning by 3.5 seconds ahead of an epic battle. For the final spots on the podium, Karel Pasiewicz for Olivia Racing finishes second. Casper Nissen back on the podium again. That's where they finished yesterday, second and third. Nissen grabs third, Vilo Autola fourth, and Victor Couto rounding out the top 5. Maximo Karam led early. He ends up here in 6th. Cole Medeiros in 7th spot. Bex Cranston up to 8th. Elias Vignola 9th and Leonardo Saravalle. Let's give it up for Cole Medeiros. He goes from, 9th to 7th on the final circuit. What a big one for Cole Medeiros, the young Canadian, getting it done for Exclusive Autosport. But again, it's VRD by Pole Position, Olivia, and Jay Howard driver development, your top 3. Folks, wild stuff. Cool down lap underway. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to jump in a golf cart, get myself over to Victory Lane, and we're going to talk to the top 3 drivers in race number 2 here in USF Juniors. Ivan Machado, let's come to you right now. Right out of the race car. What an unbelievable race. You were backwards, you were forward. Just first off, before we talk race, give me your thoughts on the win first.
Well, it feels incredible to finally get everything going the way we want it. This morning pole was really good and the race has been a bit chaotic, but yeah, I'm just over the moon right now to win it, to get my first win in the USF Pro Championships. And yeah, now it's time to sink it in and get ready for race 3.
When you went back a little bit there, what was going through your mind? You knew that it was going to get chaotic. Guys were diving in inside, outside, lots of drafting. When you fell back a little bit, what did you do mindset-wise to get yourself back in it?
I mean, I knew more or less as long as I kept in the top 5, top 6, the race was going to be chaotic enough for you to stay in contention for the win. So I just tried to relax myself down a bit, let the chaos unfold kind of a bit. And yeah, later on when the contact between Max and the guy from J. Howard happened, I just saw my moment. I just started pushing from the front and yeah, in the end took the win, so I cannot say much more.
Let's talk about VRD Racing and Pole Position Motorsports. You joined the team late, working with Dan Mitchell, working with Yannick Roland. Just give me your thoughts on that relationship right now.
Yeah, I mean, ever since our first day, which was not long ago, like our first day was probably Sunday, the guys have been really, really helpful. Every tip and everything they have done with me has been just spot on. And yeah, the relationship is just really good. I feel like we have a good connection in terms of driving, engineers, also team manager, for getting the car hooked up properly. So yeah, the relationship is going pretty well, and and yeah, there's not much more I can say. I'm just really happy with them.
Congratulations, best of luck in race 3 later today.
Thank you very much.
Ivan Machado, folks, there he is, your winner. Fantastic run for him for sure. And we'll do what we can to get a couple of our other drivers over here. Let's work over here and get a hold of Casper Nissen. Casper, let's grab you here real quickly, get you on the broadcast here. Congratulations. Yesterday, of course, a blocking penalty. You end up going down a bit, but you come back to P3 again. Just tell me about that race. It was a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was really intense. We had a lot of fun battles, a lot of slipstream on the straight here, but overall a good race.
There was one pass that you made coming down into turn number 1, if you remembered or not. It went 4 wide. You went down to the bottom of the racetrack. Were you fully committed when you got the draft?
Yeah, we're fully committed because they went on the outside. I saw a little gap, then I went for it.
You've been in 2 races now here in USF Juniors, of course, Nordic 4 last year. What are your thoughts so far on just being part of the program here in USF Juniors?
I mean, it's a really good program. It's a big upgrade for me from Denmark. It's a really big experience to be here. The competition is much better, and I've got a lot of friends too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. Casper Nissen coming home today here in that second spot, or third spot. Karol, let's get you over here as well. Karol Pasevich, another podium finish. What a wild race that was. It reminded me of some of the KZ races you probably were in shifters, back and forth all over the place. Give me your thoughts on the race itself.
I mean, the race was amazing. You know, starting from P6, I had a lot of fun overtaking everyone. And, you know, sad that I couldn't catch the Ivan. You know, I've made a mistake when I got past into second at turn 8. And I think that costed the win, you know.
One more shot at it this afternoon. Do you think you know what you got to do to win now?
Yes, correct.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Olivia Racing driver Karol Pasevich getting that fantastic run into second spot. A couple of second-place finishes for him. We'll get things underway now. Folks, let's jump into it here right now as we get set to go. Our drivers are all down here. We'll get underway with the trophy presentation here for the drivers. All part, of course, the USF Juniors Grand Prix of Homestead presented by Academy. Let's jump in here and grab the driver coming home in third place today. Put your hands together for Casper Nissen, P3 today. For J. Howard Driver Development, a great job there for Casper. Finishing in second spot, just had a chance to talk to him for Olivia Racing, Karol Pasevich from Poland, finishing in second position. 2 races, 2 different winners. It's going to be exciting going into race number 3, ladies and gentlemen. His first race win in USF Juniors, winning for VRD Racing by Pole Position Motorsports. A round of applause for Ivan Machado. We're going to see a lot more of this. Another race coming this afternoon. All these drivers learning this racetrack. These new drivers to the series learning the car, learning the competitors around them. That's one of the key things, learning the drivers you're with and their tendencies, where they'll give you room, where they won't. And indeed, all these drivers continue to learn. Guys, congratulations. Well done. Drop those trophies down. I think we have everything we need. We'll bring the champagne in here as well. VRD pole position. You can pull that car back if you like. Nobody wants us clean champagne off of a race car, that's for sure. Yeah, the negotiation's already happening on pit lane here, in victory lane right now, as they're telling each other not to spray each other because you don't want to be washing champagne off. You just sprayed it up in the air. What a great way to start the day here. 2 big races. Yeah, you guys got to wear your suits for race 3. Guys, grab that champagne, grip it and rip it. Let's celebrate. Get spraying. Good stuff here for the drivers in race number 2. Fantastic win for Ivan Machado. He was able to use the battle behind him to stretch away. Karol Pasevich obviously right there in the middle of the fight. Some big moves for Casper Nissen to get himself into position. Great stuff all around for the drivers here in USF Juniors. 2 races down, 14 still to go. 1 more this afternoon. And, of course, we'll wrap things up here this afternoon. Full grid walk to start that race on the broadcast. Make sure you tune back in once again to be with us there. But again, that's going to wrap things up for this broadcast here on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, all those of you who are watching around the country and around the world. Such an international field here this year. And in fact, check out that podium for us, folks. Spain, Poland, and Denmark. 3 different nationalities on the podium here in USF Juniors. And the celebration continuing for the Spaniard here right now, the Skip Barber Formula Race champion from last year here on a scholarship. Ivan Machado for VRD Racing by pole position. Motorsports, his first win of the 2026 season. That wraps things up, folks, here from Trackside. Don't go anywhere because we're going to be back again this afternoon. Make sure you're here for that one. Race number 3 of the triple header will be up next. Thanks for tuning in, folks, on behalf of everybody from the USF Pro Championships and Continental Tire. My name's Rob Howden. Bye for now.